Of course, there's nothing valid to be, that has been written here. There's a syntax checker in your programs, and now because I have not written a valid basic program, it outputs there at the red line syntax error in P2, program 2, line 1, and column 1. So you can easily spot the syntax error in your program. Okay, and what else? I won't explain now. No, let's explain that. If I click, if I press and hold the Control key of my keyboard, and then F1, I can print this program into a printer if I had connected the printer onto the CB2 microcomputer, and I have to say that the printer port does not come embedded into the CB2 microcomputer, so you have to build this little extension with 8 resistors and connect it to the pads onto the CB2 microcomputer PCB if you want to use this extension and print things out in the parallel port, in the LPT port of a printer. So I could print it with Control and F1, and I can send my program to the computer. If I had it connected to a computer, I can send it by Control and F2, or I can receive a program from my computer through Hyperterminal or other terminal programs by clicking Control F3. Okay, so let's go back to the desktop of the computer. These were the basic things that I wanted to tell you about the editor. I'm not going to show you the whole procedure of sending programs to the computer or receiving programs from the computer here. Maybe at a next video, or I don't know, maybe later on in this video. I will decide. Okay, but everything is written in detail in the website. So here we are again at our desktop, and there are a few things that you can do here. You can, for example, mark the program you want to, the position program you want, and click Control and F1, and you can copy this program to a different location in this desktop. For example, if I want to copy program 1, the program in position 2 into position 3, I have to click Control and F1 and then choose the position 3 to copy the program, and when I hit enter, my program is copied in the position 3. And of course you can send and receive again programs from this screen to your computer and vice versa, and these programs can be basic programs, but they can be other types of programs like binary programs or text files. And basically, if you want to write a text file here, let's edit this position here and write something here, and then click F1 to give a name. And in the name now, if you want to be recognized as a text program, you have to put an underscore at the beginning, and then the name of the file, prog1 for example, and then save it by pressing F2. Yes, I want to save it. And when you click escape to go back, you see that the color of this program has been changed because you have an underscore at the beginning and it's recognized as a text file. What else? Okay, and you have a few more icons here. This is the info icon, which has been put there by Georg Wolfgang, and it's the credits screen. And you have here the config button, and if you hit enter, you can configure here the different parameters of the CB2 micro hardware. For example, the serial port speed, and you will notice that now it's set for 1.2 kilobaud, and it says 1 because it has 2 serial ports. This computer has 2 serial ports, and it supports RS-232, the RS-232 protocol, and it's compatible with it, and also UART TTL, which is 0 and 5 volts basically. And you can set the serial speed here, and you can change these values by clicking the F1. If you see the menu, it says change, so I'm click F1 to change it, to scroll through the different options at the first port and at the second port, which is the UART only port. You can set different speeds, so I will leave it there by default, and you can set the I2 speed. You can set the SPI speed, the EEPROM address. If you use an external EEPROM to store data, you can have up to 8 connected EEPROMs there, but you can choose only one EEPROM each time. You cannot have all of them read and write at the same time. And here's the line end, which is basically useful when you transfer programs from the CB2 micro to your computer and vice versa. And you have the serial input and output interface that you want to use. And there's a distinction between simple and standard. The standard is the UART, and the simple is the RS-232. And here's the serial input pin that you want to use. You can have PD1 or PD3 here. So basically, as the computer comes pre-programmed, it has these settings, and I recommend if you don't know what they all mean, to leave them by default as I have set them for you. And here's the auto start part of the config screen, which enables you to start automatically the execution of the program upon boot up of the computer. So you can choose which program is this. Now it's in the off position, and you can choose which program to automatically execute at boot time. And to save the changes, you click the F2 and the computer reboots, and the changes have been saved. Now there's a last option here, the deflash option. The external flash memory is not something that you would have received with your CB2 micro or kit. It can be built only as an extension, and you can find information in the extensions page for this. And it's basically this little thing, this little chip that I have showed you previously, which you can connect to your CB2 micro and have additional storage for your programs. And now there's a little thing that I want to mention here. All your programs are edited or run from these 8 positions from the desktop. The deflash option here is there only as a temporary storage, no, not temporary, as a storage to store these programs in order to load them into one of these 8 positions later on. So you cannot run or edit programs directly from the data flash. You have to first load them into each of these positions, and then you can do whatever you want with this program. So let's say you have built this extension and you want to load the program from the data flash. Well, you click the F3 because it says load the menu there, so we click the F3. And now you can see all the programs that I have stored into my data flash. And this particular one can store up to 255 programs. So basically I keep all my programs into the data flash, which of course I can later on transfer to another CB2 micro without having to use the serial networking to transfer these programs. And I find it very convenient to use this feature and store all my programs there. So now we want to load a program from the data flash, and yeah, let's load this one. So I click enter, and now you see that my program has been loaded into position 6, and I click enter to run it. I have my nice scrolling car program. Okay, so yes, when you run a program, let's run this one here, and you want to exit this program, depending on how you have programmed this program, you could have put some options like click escape to exit, but if the programmer hasn't put such options in the program, you can always terminate the program with Control and C, like in the computer. You click Control and you press and hold Control and C. So you terminate your program, and then you click Escape to go back to the screen, the desktop. And also, if you want to save a program into the data flash, you click the save menu, which is the F2, and again you will be guided to the data flash here, and you can choose a position, a free position to save your program. And when you have already a program stored in this position, there's a warning there, a pop-up dialog, which warns you if you want to overwrite the current position, the current program. And you cannot actually delete programs from this data flash directly, but you can, for example, let's erase this program completely from the desktop. So I press and hold the Control, and then the F4, which is the clear this program. Yes, so I have erased the program now from my desktop. It's an empty program, a blank program. And then if I want to erase a position into the data flash, I click the save, now the F2, and now I choose any position I want, and by clicking enter, I write this empty program into this position. So this is the way you can erase programs from the